cliches.
They don't mind about the destruction of our society. They have no sense of shame about the recklessness, the greed and the incompetence that has brought a prosperous society to its knees. And they believe that we don't matter, that it doesn't matter what the citizens of this country feel or think. They believe it doesn't matter about the elderly people who are having their home care taken away from their own homes. That gives them some dignity. They believe it doesn't matter about the children with learning disabilities who are turning up in school to be told, sorry, we can't afford your special needs assistance anymore. We've got to give the money back. And they believe that it doesn't matter, that the only message they have for the Irish people is a downward spiral of mass unemployment and mass immigration. What we are being told is that we have no choice, that there is no alternative. A government with no mandate will do a deal with people whom nobody has ever elected. Borrow yet more billions to bail out the bankers. And the other side of this deal is that this society is supposed to declare war on the poor and the vulnerable. A savage assault on the minimum wage, which of course has no bearing whatsoever on the public finances, but is simply an opportunistic attempt to make the most vulnerable people pay the price. Further impoverishing people who are currently struggling just to survive. And attacks on basic services for the old and the young, the sick and the disabled. And let's remember that this will happen while the elite that caused this catastrophe will protect its own interests. Driving around in black cars on over €200,000 a year, claiming to be the representatives of this democracy. Under the government's 4-year plan, a single person earning €40,000 a year will pay exactly the same amount of extra tax as someone earning $300,000 a year. This is not a plan to save Ireland, it is a plan to save the Irish elite. The message we want to send out today is that working people in Ireland don't mind making sacrifices. They make sacrifices every day for their children, for their families, and for their communities. They just don't want to be the sacrifice. Now, if we really have no choice, if there is no alternative, if what we think and feel doesn't matter, then let's stop pretending that we are a democracy. And I have a suggestion for our masters as part of the austerity program. As well as cutting everything else in sight, let's cut 2 years. Let's cut 2013 from the calendar and let's cut 2016 from the calendar. Because otherwise, we will mark these anniversaries, these centenaries, amid a mockery of their ideals. Russell is going to stand here in front of the GPO in 2016 and tell us that we are the republic that was created on that day. Are they going to tell us that when all we've got to show for it is a loss of our sovereignty, mass unemployment, mass immigration, and a huge increase in poverty and inequality? Because that is what we are being offered. It would be much more convenient to skip 2016 and move straight from 2015 to 2017. But this is a lie. We do have a choice. We can emerge from this crisis with a renewed sense of solidarity and justice and a vigorous democracy in which power has returned to the people. We are here today to say that we are not economic units whose only function is to behave ourselves and pay off the gambling debts of our masters. We are not children who will take on medicine or be sent to bed without our supper. We are not subjects, we are citizens. To read from some of the founding documents of our state to remind us of why we are here and why we are citizens. Ruth McCabe.